Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pajama party that is Dissonant Waves. Ritz, Domino,
Hello.
Yeah,
Trix. We're all here.
I
I'm
gotta I
actually
gotta
wearing
mention something. I gotta mention something that I'm seeing right now. So we are in a very funny time right now. It's seemingly in Australia, but probably also in other countries as well, where scalping is completely fucking failing. And when it does, it's really funny. Like it's not always. There are definitely some automatic scalpings that are still quite successful, but there was talk with Evil Kane's concert uh a couple days ago. The Tixel had these verified sellers that were selling it for very cheap, which the theory is that it was a bunch of automated bots that couldn't sell the scalped tickets that they had. And it went down to as low as $11.
Wow.
And I am pleased to announce that there is a show at the Enmore Theatre tonight. Which, for anybody listening, it was 3 weeks ago. You have missed out. Where the tickets were $95 and the verified sellers are selling them for 20.
hell
Jesus.
yes. Capitalism
That's just
wins.
real. That's just really fucking funny.
Yes.
That's all. That's all I wanted to mention.
That's,
We'll see you next week.
I just came back from a show, and we have plenty to talk about as far as albums go.
Yes.
First, we had a special guest pop up in our last episode, Pete. He dropped off the single Fashionably Uninvited, fittingly enough, by Mellowdrone. Love you, Pete.
Yes.
Trix, you picked Type O Negative's Bloody Kisses, and how do you say this again?
Angine de Poitrine.
De Poitrine, Volume 1. I chose Aquarium by Aqua and The Cars by The Cars. And Ritz, you chose Distress Tolerance by Craning.
Yeah. And before we get into all those, Dominic, it is fresh in your head right now. This is the best time to ask. How was Gingerbee's final ever show?
Fucking amazing. Holy shit. But
I
when
wish
they
I
say
could
there's an
go
18-piece orchestra, they mean there's an 18-piece orchestra playing Apiary and everything else that they've done. And then, like, every other band I could have wanted to see that's, feasible in this range is there. Stomach Bug is there. Blind Equation is there. Your Arms of My Cocoon is there. Lobster Fight, Summer 2000. All giving their fucking best. Like, the best show I've ever seen. Your Arms of My Cocoon played, like, double time, I want to say, for their songs. And it was incredible. First time I've seen Stomach Book, and that's like a thing I wanted to see for 5 years. That's crossed off my list finally.
I mean, Stomach Book was definitely one of our kind of like big gateways into diving deeper into this kind of sound.
As Tyler said on stage, I don't want to be that guy, but I discovered her when she had 3 songs online.
Like back. Well, that depends though. Is that back when Stomach Book had 3 songs online, or back when
the other one?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the dead name.
Yeah, I think it's Stomach
online.
Book. I would imagine Stomach Book because you'd have to do the research to figure out what the dead name is.
Yes.
And at that stage, if you're starting with a new name, it's basically you're a new artist.
Yes.
Yeah, that is fair. I mean, we weren't that far afterwards, but we weren't that far because we discovered when the album came out.
Right, and like,
Yes.
Paranol had stuff before Paranol, but that's all been like deleted.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, but like Lobster Fight makes sense as a live band. Holy shit. I have a 10-minute recording of this evening's warm dinner salad for you.
Oh, beautiful. See, the fun thing is that I'm currently doing the good old arguments that you got to do with a fiance about your wedding, and you got to do the fights about what are we doing here, what are we organizing, what are we having, and all that, and blah blah blah. And I'm really fighting my hardest to get the music control, which I seem to be winning on. And she said it all has to be love songs, and I said, well, here's a counter to that. I could play Lobster Fights this the theme for this evening's warm dinner salad, because that is a love song and a half. There is no trickery in the lyricism about that. That is completely a love song to an inspiration. But that would clear out a wedding.
You should have it be.
Could I make a request?
What is it, Trix?
I would like to make a request if you do regain control. What is Yes, Yes, 1,000 Times Yes by Home Is Where?
I think that one falls under the no banner, and I say that loving that song.
Yes.
This is not a beard wedding, Trix. I mean, we're both gay, but that's something else.
Fair enough.
If you do the theme for this evening's warm dinner style, that should be like the transitional song from like the venue to the restaurant or whatever you do.
It's all gonna be in the back. You know what? I'm just gonna find some random busker. I'll get him to learn that song.
See if you can get We Will Look Back at You and Love You Forever to do it.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, that would absolutely work. Jude, Shelto, if you're both listening, yeah, come on up.
Play his fucking wedding. Just fucking do it.
Play the Adore cover at their place.
If you want,
that's a love song.
You two wanted to make a movie. We'll make Australian Wedding Singer, but it's about We Will Look Back at You and Love You Forever at Ritz's wedding.
Yeah, and also you do have to cover Somebody Kill Me.
Amazing. There's your plot.
Yeah. Hell,
whether or not you come up, you got to cover that. It's the original Screamo song. That song.
No, but fuck, Blind Equation, amazing. Like I was not big on Funeral and what is it? I have it right here.
Funeral in Purgatory.
Yeah, I was gonna say Funeral in Purgatory. I had it right. I was not as big on it as I was the other one, Death Prevails, but it live. The songs made sense. The songs hit. It's crazy. It's crazy what like live music can do to you. You'll take things that feel like they're a mess sometimes, or that like you look at like I like this, but I don't know, and then you listen to it in this new context, and it all just comes together.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh man, like, and then like just having the conversations about like, you know, where people were and what people were doing. Like Tyler talking about how, you know, summer 2000, I think it was Jacob that was like driving the car to the first Your Arms gig. And, you know, then Gus from Gingerbee talking about listening to Your Arms and Stomach Book in high school. And it's like, this is fucking crazy.
I wanna ask about Stomach Book, because apparently the set list only for Stomach Book is live on setlist.fm.
Interesting.
Did she play more than 6 songs?
It was pretty short. So 6 songs sounds about right.
It's actually kind of a very interesting set then that Stomach Book's done. Because Are You Waiting was apparently yeah, I'll pass the link. It was apparently Are You Waiting was the opener.
Yes.
And then Tragedy was the only other song played from Sophomore Slump. Whilst you got both Animals, All You Can Hope For Now, or The Scars to Show For It. Obviously, for Kona Girl, because that's the big hit now for Stomach Book.
People fucking popped off for Kona Girl.
Yeah, and Running Away, which I gotta admit, it's not really one of the songs that have stuck with me from Goodnight Hypno Pump.
It was a weird selection of songs, but I appreciated how eclectic it was. Now,
yeah, well, it's also pretty even spread of songs as well. Like, I think if you have a short selection, I think it's kind of cool that it's gone, I guess, as wild as that, but also as even as that.
Like, the one thing I would have wanted from the show would have been to see Our Story being played live. But
yeah, I don't know if she's played that live ever since, like, because Stomach Book's now actually a proper live band setup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if she played it in the shows that you can see where there's, like, you know, just backing instrumentation and she's singing over it.
What's
but
crazy
definitely
now,
haven't seen it in any recent ones.
What's crazy now is that you got, like, there's a harmonica.
Ooh.
That adds a whole dimension, like Bob Dylan-esque, like Stomach Book plus harmonica equals good.
Okay.
Well, and this is why I'm also just surprised though that like Are You Waiting was picked out of all the sophomore, and I think that's really cool because I think that's a really good opener, that song. But
I mean, it could have been My Diorama.
It
could have been Sick Sick Sick. You know, it could have been other things.
No. Are You Waiting some sophomore stuff?
No, I know. Like
And that's what I was saying. There were bigger songs of that as well. Like it could have been Devil Nobody. It could have been what's another fucking Casket Kids. It could have been
Right.
Metanoia, one of the singles.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, and that's cool.
I'm curious if it was like something about these are, ones that can be played pretty easily, or ones that scale up really well to the gravity that Thalia Hall gives. Who knows?
Yeah.
And it was the set list was edited by someone called Fukona Girl, which is just funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been, who knows? It could have been one of the bandmates. It could have been just someone that was there. That was there specifically to see Stomach Book.
I don't know if it's the first time they've ever played it, but apparently that is the first time setlist has stated that Are You Waiting has been played.
Interesting. Obviously, when Gingerbee was playing, they were like, well, we haven't played some of these songs live. And it's like, you did great. But yeah, if you're playing every song, then yeah, some of them are not going to be played live, I guess. But then, I don't know, you see other things, like Summer 2000, we just covered John Krasinski, and there were, like, audio samples from, like, video games in there. And the way they, like, changed a GameCube into what they call the Sound Cube, and hooked it up to, like, I don't know what it is, like an electric clarinet or something, and made those, like, fonty sounds is really cool.
Wild.
Like, it's not one-to-one necessarily, but it's still a GameCube hooked up to, like, an instrument with a Switch controller there controlling it, too.
Now, I'm going to ask about one song specifically that Gingerbee would have played in their set, because they played the whole discography.
Yes.
Did Desmond the Moon Bear go off?
Desmond the Moon Bear was the encore.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yes.
It was that, and then the one they put on the compilation that we did not cover. Like they played through both EPs and they said their goodbyes. They did the whole rigmarole, and then they came back and Gus said, "I see you've seen through our ruse. Students would know that there are more Gingerbee songs. Indeed, there are 2 left."
I will stand by that. I think Desmond and Moon Bear is one of their best tracks.
Oh, it went fucking great. People were shouting for it. People knew that it was coming. People wanted it.
So adorable.
That's awesome.
And I mean, this also goes to show kind of just like the power of a community as well. Because like you look at Gingerbee's streams, you wouldn't put them out to be like a sellout, a pretty good sized venue. Nor would you expect bands like Stomach Book to open, or Your Arms and My Cocoon to open. When in those senses, just because they are, just saying nicely, bigger bands in that sense.
Yeah.
But it also feels like this is the type of scene where that it's not out of place for that to happen. I don't think anyone was really questioning it.
I think
awesome.
I think part of it is it really made it seem like, because this is the last show, this was like the dream lineup that Gingerbee would have wanted, that Gus would have wanted, right? And then on top of that, the apiary is one of those where there's like 10 other people doing little bits and bobs here and there, and so like Lobster Fight, it kind of spreads throughout, I kind of imagine. So because there's that spread and people know what it is, and apiary is just so good that it makes sense to me that they'd be into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that, 2 bands in that Lobster Bee and Cicada Walk into a Bar and Find God have broken up. Lobster Fight and Cicada Head. Your
Godfuck's gone, I know.
Yeah. So Gingerbee and Godfuck are gone, so that's the 2 from that. So Lobster Fight and Cicada Head, your days are numbered.
And there were many special shout outs to Godfuck. Godfuck was there in the crowd.
No.
Nice.
Oh man, I'm happy I got to see Godfuck live. They only played for like 14 minutes, but it was great.
I mean, Lobster Fight also...
sometimes all you need is 14 minutes.
Lobster Fight also only had, I want to say, like 6 songs, but then one of them was the theme for this evening's warm dinner salad.
Yeah. So that's about 20 Screamo songs.
Something like
that. All right. Well, shall we actually get into this episode?
Hell yeah.
Just to reiterate, though, best show I've seen. Better than Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
Oh, and throughout this entire thing, picture him alone in a opera booth.
Yes. So the way it's set up,
He had the binoculars as well.
the way it's set up,
Yes, and I'm assuming the white gloves,
of course,
pearls.
there is the single or like 2-person opera booth, and then like slightly raised above it is like an opera booth meant for like 4 to 6 people. So there's like a little family like sitting like 6 inches above me, like next to me, in their own booth. And then across the way, it's mirrored. So I see another guy sitting in the private booth like I am, and another group sitting, and then like below us there's like another one with like tables and shit. It's really cool.
Damn.
But yeah, no, great show, great time. Go, yeah. All these bands deserve it.
I'll have to figure out another time to come out to Chicago.
Oh,
We'll have to see when like Shaky Graves comes to Chicago or something.
yeah. But if we ever do the Dissonant Waves, concert, the Dissonant Waves festival, this is a good lineup to look at.
Yes.
Anyway, where do we want to get started? Well, I know I do want to answer that. We start with the single.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's another way how to start this. Yeah. So I'll act as Pete. Hi, I'm Pete. Look at my mustache. I decided to post into the wrong chat a single song, so now everyone's being a dick to me and covering it on the podcast.
It was very funny because it was posted as we were posting.
Yeah. Pete was like, "Oh shit, I'll join in on this." Thanks, Pete. We love you. And picked "Fashionably Uninvited." A very apt song to pick for Mellowdrone. And I'll tell you what, I'm not mad because it was a good song.
It's not bad. I liked it.
It's a good song.
Oh, it's a good song. That's great. Pete, come on here. We'll cover the full album at some point.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Well, he never listened to the full album, so maybe he has.
Yeah.
Well, this is the time now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was. I guess my favorite is "Fashionably Uninvited." Yeah, I think that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Don't have a least favorite.
Mellowdrone.
No least favorite either.
It's from 2002. No.
Hell yeah.
All right, where are we going on to next?
Good question.
Well, I know where I want to go next, and that is the one that wasn't for me.
Type O Negative.
Type O Negative. Fucking Bloody Kisses.
Hey, I was into the porn sample at the start. We are a certified Gooner podcast.
Okay, so
fine.
This ties into it. The only reason I picked this album is because recently I thought, the only thing I know about Type O Negative is that Peter Steele has a gigantic cock. I should listen to their music.
So, I mean...
Do they actually have a gigantic cock? That's the best...
He did Playgirl.
Oh, shit.
God. Shit. I'm checking this out. So, Peter Steele.
What a name to have, too, for Playgirl.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed. I posted the cover in chat. Did you say has a gigantic cock?
Had.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say had. Rest in peace to the world's biggest cock, apparently.
He did not like doing the Playgirl later because he found out that men viewed it more than women.
/ Type O Negative. Is there any where I can see the whole Playgirl magazine online? If not, what about all the pages with Peter? All right. Oh, hold on. I think we found it.
Shit.
Post it in the private chat for us. We're all 18.
Yeah.
Live viewing of Peter Steele's posthumous cock.
This is going straight in the general chat.
Oh, geez, it's a Russian link.
Yeah, it's you're probably gonna lose a lot of. It looks pretty legit so far. Need to sign in. I'm not gonna sign in.
Yeah, I'm at the sign in too. Oh wait, no, I'm seeing it.
Oh, yep.
There it is. Yep.
I love the one with the phone cord. Yeah, that's a fantastic one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's one with the cock.
Yeah, that's like 8 inches.
It's not small, but you did hype it up a little too much.
Well, he's also 6'8", so it looks normal on him.
That's okay. That's fair. That is fair. He needs a banana for scale. Good old Reddit.
The phone cord isn't enough.
Dominic, I'm gonna upset you. There is some tits in this.
I already clicked away.
And
I
more
tried to
importantly,
click on one of the photos, and it sent me to something else. I didn't want that.
If you click off it, it'll let you open the image.
We're
all just meat gazing on the clock right now.
It's just becoming a show where we watch porn.
Yeah, this has been something like that for the past 5 years at this point.
Yeah.
Do we not remember the EP I put out?
It was my suggestion to put the moans in.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Playing Trix. The whole Peter still not liking doing Playgirl because more men viewed it. It's basically like going to a glory hole and finding out it wasn't a woman on the other side. What did you expect?
Yeah.
Who do you think goes to there?
Also, why does it matter? You already did it.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's just a yeah. Well, here we go. Following the success of Bloody Kisses, Still began to receive attention outside of music. He appeared as the nude centerfold of Playgirl in 1995. Still later found out via bandmate Kenny Hickey's contacts that only 23% of the magazine's subscribers were female. That is a lot more than I thought. And after being asked by men to sign copies of the magazine, Still somewhat regretted the decision. After I did it, I thought, oh my god, what did I do? It was more than upsetting that so many guys had it. Girls, okay, but there just seemed to be at least as many guys. Not that I'm homophobic, but it was certainly irritating.
Yeah, not that I'm homophobic, but I can't.
Not that I'm homophobic.
I can't just.
Why
have
do all
guys...
these homophobes keep sucking my cock? Or homosexuals keep sucking my cock?
Why are all these homophobes sucking your cock? You're at the Republican National Convention. What did you expect? Kinda crash. I love that that's an actual thing when when the RNC happens, Grindr crashes.
Yeah.
Gays, they make me look bad. God damn it.
That has to be one of the peak music trivia. It's more interesting than the album itself to say, oh yeah, this dude thought he was gonna get more chicks by doing a Playgirl.
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't so homophobic.
Even if you got
more
chicks, what chicks did you think you were going to get?
Ones that like sex, clearly.
Look at the people who go to the porn conventions in Las Vegas. Okay?
No, thank you.
That's the type of people you're going to get. Okay? I'm not one to have a go at anybody's sexual proclivities. Let 1,000 blossoms bloom for all I care. But surely, if you're doing something like, even in 95, I know this is before that time, I feel bad the dude's dead, so probably shouldn't mock him, but did he think all the stuff that happened in Penthouse is true as well?
He just reads it for the
written
articles.
by one old dude named George.
I need to complain about this album.
You didn't like the Drab 4.
There were parts of it that I did like. The parts where it got more intense, the parts where the singing wasn't so low, those parts were generally better. I get that he's a tall man, or he was a tall man, and that his voice is very low and booming. It just sounded like a parody.
Domino, I hope you know that that's also my vocal range.
Yeah, but I've heard you sing, and you're better.
Fair enough.
Not better. I understand that he's proficient technically, yada yada yada. Yes. But I prefer your voice.
I cover some typo negative.
We're not done with Peter Steele, because there is a classic comment here. In April 2007, Steele revealed that he began identifying as Catholic in recent years after decades of self-professed atheism. Steele explained, "There are no atheists in foxholes," they say, and I was a foxhole atheist for a long time. But after going through a midlife crisis and having many things change very quickly, it made me realize my mortality. And when you start to think about death, you start to think about what's after it, and then you start hoping there is a god. Okay, I don't agree with that, but so far the comments not too crazy. For me, it's a frightening thought to go nowhere. I also can't believe that people like Hitler are going to go to the same place as Mother Teresa.
I did read that, but it's still insane to say.
Yeah.
It's
still not as great as the Scott Adams deathbed.
That's also not how Catholicism works. Pretty sure.
No, I think that's supposed to mean how atheism works, but that's also not how atheism works.
I read that. I was like, oh, you were just Catholic the whole time. You just thought you were an atheist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, this album itself was an absolute. I think there was some interesting kind of concepts that go on, but it goes for way too fucking long at times. Like songs like Little Miss Scarroll is the definition of this song ended 7 minutes ago.
But like,
yeah,
okay, but there are parts of these songs that are fine, but then there are parts of these songs that sound like fucking a collective soul roped in like a goth 13-year-old to write some lyrics, and then they put their backing track to it.
I don't think I'd go that bad.
Yeah,
but
like,
I do see where you
shine at points.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, Domino. I would kind of put this lyrically on the same level as something like The Misfits.
I like Danzig a lot more.
You like Danzig a lot more? Okay.
Yes.
Hold on. I just kind of realized that it seems like the one of the last things he said before he died was rumors of my death have been highly exaggerated.
That's fucking hilarious.
I don't want to mock too much because it doesn't seem like outside of some stupid takes this dude's done anything bad or anything disturbing. No. It seems like he was just a normal guy on that. But at some point you just gotta go, okay, this is funny. The Playgirl thing is just funny, and I apologize. And one of your last words being that I'm not dead is. I'm sorry. It's I don't want to really mock this or anything like that, but it's just irony. I don't know what else to tell you.
It's on the same level of irony as George III saying nothing of note happened today on the 4th of July.
Oh yes, of course. But no, like this is an album where I listen to it and I'm constantly just confused and perplexed by their choices. Like I am down with some prog shit. I do love when songs have layers and multi phases. Listening to Little Miss Scarroll, that's like the exception for me, where it just felt baffling. Like when they fucking started doing the Addams Family shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Domino, you have to remember that at their core, goths are theater kids.
No, that's not good enough. Those are choices that an uncreative theater kid would make.
Most theater kids are uncreative.
Yeah.
But Danzig's also a theater kid, and he does things a lot better.
Yeah, let's not compare things to Danzig at times.
I understand Danzig is also problematic in his own way. I'm strictly talking about the music and what they meant at the time that they were big.
Yeah.
Well, it's also, I don't think Danzig has as big as a cock as Peter still does.
Sizes and everything.
Yeah.
As you learn.
I feel like Danzig's 5'3", so I figure he at least knows how to use what he's got.
I'm just, growing up, I was kind of always told differently that the people with big cocks wouldn't get into goth music, but here we are.
Like maybe goth is just the genre that's just not for me.
But you like The Cure.
I like some Cure stuff. I did not like Pornography, but I listened to it. Don't forget.
That's right.
What I'm getting from this, Trix, and hear me out on this, is that Robert Smith must have a good-sized penis. It is not too big, but it is also not small.
Curves a little to the left.
It doesn't matter which way it curves, so it's just gonna know.
Like a lot of music I've come around on and I've gotten more into, but I remember like listening to Bauhaus as a kid, as a teenager, trying to get into it and not understanding it. And after doing this and doing The Cure a little bit, I wonder if I would still feel the same way.
Fair.
Because again, I just see some of this like Christian woman, like I see like early '90s metal kid who doesn't shower, thinking that like this is a love song. This is how I get the girl. This is what expresses my feelings. And I'm like, dude, you could pick so
Okay, but
many other things.
let's at least embrace that it's not as problematic as new metal got when when doing that same kind of topic.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Anyway, next week will be Limp Bizkit.
I have a secret love of Limp Bizkit. I'm not even gonna lie.
I have a secret
Yeah, like the
interest in
Limp
new metal.
Bizkit managed to kind of reinvent his time as kind of like, oh, it's cheesy and we're all going for nostalgia, and a lot of people have forgotten that there was some genuine fucking problems happening there.
Yeah.
My name is Fred Durst, and I'm addicted and obsessed about Britney Spears. Ugh. You know.
But he had cool Dreamcast ads.
My take on this album is that I do kind of like conceptually what they try to do at points, but they just drag it out for so long without actually doing anything that it kind of ruins that. And in the end, it goes like I don't consider this to be a bad album in that sense. I just don't consider this to be a good album. I consider this to be way too fucking long. And yeah, I can have patience, I swear, but it's only if by the end I feel satisfied with the payoff. And my god, I fucking didn't here. And that's it. It's like the songs are done. They just kind of continue for the sake of it, and the sake of it, and the sake of it, and the sake of it. And if it sounds like I keep going around in circles of what I'm saying here, then that's exactly how you're gonna feel when you listen to this.
You know what's another album that has
I do like how it
pornography on
abruptly ends.
I do. That's another thing I did not like. Some of these songs just fucking end in a way that's unsatisfying, in like a way
The
that
last
bothered
song
me.
just cuts off.
Yeah, a couple of these songs do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm normally fine with it, but this time it bothered me.
Well, if you overdo it as well, what's the fucking point?
But another album that has pornography that I quite like, that I fucking love, is Pretty Hate Machine. That album fucking rips. Like this, I feel like Peter Steele is like a quarter of the musician Trent Reznor is, and he wishes he could be Trent Reznor, but doing his thing instead.
I feel like I prefer this over Pretty Hate Machine.
That's wild to me.
God no.
I wasn't too huge on Pretty Hate Machine though. I should.
I'm not massively huge on it either, but it's better.
Well, I can see myself coming back to this more and more because lately I've been on a bit of a Beatles kick, and I'm always on a Black Sabbath kick, and this is kind of just the intersection of the two in a way.
I think I might see myself buying the Playgirl at some point. See if I can get it signed by the family or something.
At its best, I do see the parts where it sounds like Black Sabbath, and I do see even parts where I hear like Metallica, I hear like thrash metal in it, and those parts are cool. But like when you
undeniably kitchen music, I'll say that.
Even Dark Side of the Womb, where there's just a baby crying for half a minute.
Yeah, it works. Okay. Sometimes a real infant joins.
And like it just, it feels like they're shooting in different directions. And I know that this is meant to be like an epic, and there's a lot of things it covers. But part of me just doesn't care, and part of me just can't see the vision. Because like there's clearly some like satirical something or other about kill all the white people. Like part of me is like, hell yeah. But then part of me is like, this probably is not meant to be literal.
Yeah.
And like that's fine, but it just leaves me more and more confused and perplexed the more I like listen and sit with it.
I do believe this was also only like their sophomore album.
Their third, I think. Or at least that's what Wikipedia says.
Gotcha. Third then, my bad. Which is still fairly early in a career.
Why didn't we cover the origin of the feces, which has literally Goatsy on the cover?
Oh, look at that.
I was playing. I was in. I picked this one because it was the one that was rated platinum.
Yeah, we could have. We almost did Hole instead.
Yes.
I actually wonder if I would have preferred Hole.
P.T. Barnum is considered as a co-producer for the origin of Feces, despite being dead for over 100 years at the time of release. That's
hilarious.
that's good. That's good. That's interesting. That's funny, and it's also a shorter out. You know, I think the true answer is that Trix, you gotta go hipster. All right, you gotta go find one of the worst rated albums by a band and pick that because that's always the best. That's how you know you're a true fan.
Fair enough. Maybe you just influenced my pick for next week.
Ooh, finally covering the shags, huh?
Perhaps.
My pal foot. Favorite is the same as the least favorite, actually, if I'm going to be honest, because I really did like what was happening on. I'm trying to just remember that fucking track because it had like the fucking two names through it or some shit.
Little Mascara.
Yeah, that one.
Black number one.
Black number one. It's a good start of that song, and I reckon if that's a 4-minute track, I would have found that to be like a really good highlight from this from an otherwise album. But it's the fact that it just keeps on fucking going, and it just ruins what it had, which also makes it my least favorite. Is that the coward's pick? Yes.
If I were to be real honest, I think the last part of the album, Too Late to Can't Lose You, I think is probably my favorite in the sense that it's the trio of songs I don't dislike as much as everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Little Mascara, my least favorite. Christian Woman's also way down there. I don't understand why these songs are hits. They just seem like wannabes of other things that I like, and I cannot deny that they are also sometimes very well constructed and well done in certain ways. Just not my style. Just not for me.
Fair enough. This album makes me want to get railed in a Victorian dress, not gonna lie. Throw Bloody Kisses, the title track, up as a favorite, along with We Hate Everyone.
I'll be sure to find some 18-year-old guy with long hair and who drives a Corvette and send him your way from 1993.
Least favorite, 3OIF.
What does that even mean?
I have no fucking clue. I'm Googling it right now.
Shout out to Seals and Crofts also. They covered Summer Breeze, and I guess they were going to change it, the lyrics and all that, and then Seals and Crofts said, no, you have to stick with it, what it is.
The title track means 30 if, referring that Peter Steele would have been 30 if he hadn't died in that motorcycle accident.
You gotta let it go. It's not your fault, Trix.
Is that like a Paul is dead thing?
Maybe. Well, maybe he did. He did actually get in a almost get in a motorcycle crash. It seems.
Sure.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm on the Typo Negative wiki.
All right. Well,
and it is
Dominic,
a Beatles thing.
What's the
Well,
what's the next one?
Let's move on to one of my picks. Let's talk about Aqua.
Okay.
You know, this is actually I'm going to say this right now, Dominic. Out of all the bullshit, annoying nostalgia bands that we'll call them, especially from the Eurodance time, which I think is the time that does not hold up. This is probably at least one of the more kind of interesting cases to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes me a bit happier having to listen to an album that does not hold up at all. Because I don't think it held up too much when it came out either.
No.
It's definitely an album you buy for the single, and maybe you like one or two others.
Well, let me just go on to the good old Wikipedia discography here, because let's see if I can get some good old charts for you. Because Accra, they're considered to be a one-hit wonder. Obviously, I mean, this is the big one. This is yeah, it's Barbie Girl, okay? Like, everybody knows that fucking song. And this album went number one in, looks like in Switzerland, in Canada, New Zealand, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, yeah, I think it's Denmark, not Switzerland, sorry. It got to number 3 in in Switzerland, number 6 in the UK, number 7 in the US. And there's a country, I left out, but it was definitely number 1 here. It was Australia. Barbie Girl wasn't the only number 1 song they got from this album in Australia.
I mean, Dr. Jones, I'm
Dr.
guessing?
Dr. Jones was also a number 1. Turn Back Time got number 10.
Interesting.
Lollipop got number 3.
Wow.
And I'm gonna guess
So,
one of my other favorites
it was
did not
actually
get noticed.
which one you had to say?
Oh yes, okay. The Good Morning Sunshine topped out at 17 in the Netherlands.
Yeah, it didn't get. But all things considered, for an album that's mostly online, to be considered a one-hit wonder, it was a hit in this country.
Yeah.
Many songs were quite successful here. Like I could almost say, like, in hindsight, Turn Back Time had more longevity than Lollipop or Dr. Jones as well. So, like, got a number 1 hit wonder here is kind of a weird fucking thing. But even that's kind of all gone now. And it was fucking popular, yes. They hoped, by the way, Aqua very much hoped that they still had that success in Australia. Because when they toured here, and it did that tour, they announced it for places like Kudos Bank Arena. During a large show there, the capacity that you can get there for a concert is 21,000. Not the biggest that you can get, but that is a big crowd number that you're expecting to buy expensive tickets, go up and see, and potentially get many sales. Anyway, they had to downsize a little when they actually played here to the Enmore Theatre, which has a capacity of about 2,500.
Huh.
Which means that they only sold a tenth of the tickets that Kudos Bank can hold. Because they didn't even sell out the Enmore. It was a disaster of a tour. They came to Perth, and I think that was to start off the tour, and I just gotta find the fucking... Nostalgic pop group Aqua's Perth show train wreck after singer leaves stage for an hour. It's sort of calm the laughing. Which saw the lead singer Lean Nystrom leave the stage for an hour, citing a panic attack. Apparently, they were all dressed up in costumes and everything like that during the show, and then they came back out to finish the show after an hour's break of the panic attack. Finished it all in their PJs. It is a surreal case of what the fuck happened there, and it's. I don't know, fully go on, because that seems like they actually genuinely had a fucking issue happen on that show. To even finish it after that is kind of still an accomplishment, don't get me wrong. And any band that has big plans for doing a tour that crashes that hard and still does it, at least get some respect in that book.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you had to downgrade, even if you had to remove stuff. But it is very obvious that this band rides on the success of the one song. Because nothing else has had that longevity. Nothing else has was ever even that big outside worldwide. And the Barbie movie came out around this time. They expected quite a lot of kind of nostalgia on that, and it just didn't happen. Out of all the Eurodance acts that we can think about, this was probably one of the biggest fucking albums that came out of it. And it might have had one of the biggest fall-offs in just the overall reception of the album compared to where it was. It's insanity. Venga Boys have more credibility than Aqua. And their songs are boom, 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 I want you in my room.
And I think the Venga Boys was better.
Yeah, I mean, but that was also...
sense, yeah.
We listened to their hits in one song.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. But I went listening to the whole album on my own, and I would still say that.
I mean, that could very well be.
That's why it's interesting to do Aqua. Like, despite the fact that I think this is a very hard to get through album. The songs that were popular on here, outside of Turn Back Time, I think is actually a okay song. I will happily say if that was their biggest song, fine, worth it. I didn't think it would be the kind of song I'd go back to, but I could understand. But Barbie Girl has to be one of like the most. Barbie's done. It's one of the most irritating hit songs that's ever fucking existed.
Yeah.
I disagree. I like Barbie Girl still.
There are gayer songs off this, Dominic, that are better. I would take Happy Boys and Girls and Good Morning Sunshine
I like Good Morning
over
Sunshine
Barbie
quite a
Girl.
bit.
I would as well.
No, I mean,
there is. It's. I don't care about any of the kind of like Barbie criticisms and stuff that happen for Barbie. With Barbie all the time, you know, whether or not it's a feministic song or it's misogynist or anything. I think it's just a playful Eurodance song, and there is nothing to be read into it.
I mean, you could very
It's still
easily
bad.
read into the fact that the guy sounds like he's so much significantly older than her.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what Ken should sound like, but also that's kind of a fun dimension of it.
And
also,
I put in that all my criticisms of the song are not due to any problematic things because I agree with your take. I don't think any of it actually fucking matters because that's not what the point of the song is trying to bring in. It is trying to just be a dumb Eurodance song.
This is very much an album that I'm not going to say is good, but I can enjoy well enough straight through because for the most part, they're very similar beats and they're fun. Are there some that are good and some that are just mediocre to bad? Absolutely.
You know we have to cover now.
DJ Uzi. At a certain point, we're doing DJ Uzi, and I had to explain the whole fucking bullshit that is "Hey Baby" happening in this country. Because one person started a trend of it during downtime at concerts, and now everybody has to fucking do it and be the main character.
And what year do we cover Carmela Dancing?
We have to talk about the balsamic vinegar connection to Caramel Dancing.
Okay.
I think I
will
would
explain when we cover Caramel Dancing.
I think I would do want to compare this at some point during a Venga Boys album in full and seeing how it holds during it in full. Because I agree that I think the hits of Venga Boys and like their peak is better.
Yes.
But it's also a sound that gets really fucking tiring. And there's a reason that they only had their hits.
Yeah.
And no one talks about anything else. I at least appreciate that Aqua were at least trying to do a couple things with their sound, even if it didn't go too far, even if it wasn't successful.
Now,
like when it comes to what is probably one of the more interesting kind of cases of just a genre that is mostly seen as a fucking joke, and fairly so. Some of the biggest fucking songs is "I'm a Scat Man," that was YouTube poop material for fucking 5 years of its life.
Yeah.
I mean, Numa Numa, we could probably consider a bit of fucking Eurodance as well. I know it's not quite Eurodance; it's more pop. But you know, that's the thing. That's what this kind of whole region's big pop songs are basically just considered. They're joke songs. So even having a song in here that I guess tries to have some sincerity with "Turn Back Time," even though it still comes off with the full fucking Eurodance cheese, despite it not being a Eurodance song, it's just a pop song. I at least appreciate going back and looking back at it, but Aqua's one of those bands which just says, I'm glad that they're still around and still trying, even with tours and stuff like that. But this is it. This was, at some point they had to go, this is all we're ever going to be, and that sucks.
Yeah.
But you're cursed into it. That's just what it is. It's an interesting case to go through. If you've ever seen the Todd in the Shadows video on Barbie Girl after the One Hit Wonderland, it's a pretty good video on that and probably goes a lot more in depth than we will ever go into this. But yeah, that's how I feel on this. It's an interesting case, but it doesn't mean it's a good case still.
Now, when I heard this album, when I heard this album, there was one band that leapt to mind immediately. I'm curious, did it happen to either of you? Because I believe it's Good Morning Sunshine that has a whole rap verse in it.
Oh, yeah.
And immediately, I'm like, oh, this is where Evanescence got it.
I mean, the problem
hear it.
the problem with the Evanescence case is that that's a case of Evanescence didn't want that.
No, yeah, you're right, but it has a similar effect. It's similarly weird.
I get it. I do get what you mean. I think it has the same outcome more than it has the same vibe.
I will take that. This walk is so wake me up, good run.
I am not an Evanescence fanboy, never will be. But and I said I haven't seen them live, but I will forever defend the Evanescence in the sense of we didn't want this shitty ass rapper on our song.
And that should just sometimes be forced on you. Not
yeah,
right,
it's just
sorry.
You don't get creative writing rights to your song. You gotta have to have a rapper on it. And so many people who go back to that song and go, "Oh, I love those rapping moments." It's like, dude, it's the worst part of the fucking song. It doesn't fit. It never fit. The dude just sounds like a wanker the whole time.
Like, where's fucking Fred Durst when you need him?
Fred Durst would have done a better fucking job on it.
Yeah, he's just rolling.
At least at that point, you could throw away all like, oh, this is a creative decision, and just be honest and say that this is a fucking industry decision, and that honestly would have made it better.
So, would you say that the Aqua was more intentional then? Because that seems to be the thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, that's totally fair. I would love to see the executive being like, "No, guys, Evanescence, you have to be more like Aqua."
Well, remember that this is 90s hip hop. 90s hip hop I know is a lot more kind of like intense. I'm thinking of 80s hip hop, apologies, but that's probably where they're still trying to follow up into that kind of style, where it was a lot more seen, like the popular side of that was seen as a lot more dancey.
Yeah, that's true.
So putting it onto an album like this is not like an outlier in that case. It feels, fits more than it did on Metal.
Yeah, it feels like they're trying stuff. If this was being made in like '96, and like hip hop is taking over the world like in the last 10 years, if you're following the trends, this ends up seemingly kind of in with the era, if not a little bit on the curve. At least
now,
trying
I just want to point out a true, I guess, travesty of what the music industry is. That a reminder that if this was a 2020s album, there would probably be a Kendrick Lamar featuring this.
Oh God, yeah.
If it was 2021 or something, or 2010s. 2010s more likely. Sorry, I'd say 2021 would probably be more a what would be? I was gonna say Lil Nas X, but Lil Nas X would work.
Yeah.
That'd be weird and fascinating to think about. What'd that be like? Wow.
What would that be like?
I appreciate this one being picked just because I think there is an interesting story there of Aqua, even though that the album can stay back in '97.
But I don't hate this like I've hated some albums that we've done.
Oh, it's not even the worst this week. I think I enjoyed this more than Typo Negative.
Yes. It's like a thing that you acknowledge as bad, but you can still find some fun in it.
And my fun's outside of the big song, because I really don't like Barbie Girl.
I've heard Barbie Girl so many fucking times at this point that I just can't anymore. I skipped it listening to this album this week.
I will throw my weight behind Barbie Girl as one of my favorites. I will also give it to Good Morning Sunshine and Dr. Jones. My least favorites probably Be a Man or Calling You.
My least favorite's obviously Barbie Girl. My favorites are probably Good Morning Sunshine, despite that fucking rap shit. And Turn Back Time, I think, is the one. If there's one song that I can say can escape '97 and just exist peacefully, not as a big hit, is Turn Back Time.
Let's go favorites for me. Dr. Jones, because I just thought about Indiana Jones the whole time.
Which was the point.
And yes, and Turn Back Time. Least favorites, Good Morning Sunshine and Be a Man.
Now, I just want to point out that there is there is a remix CD that was like a disc 2 added on, which has what you would expect: a extended version of Barbie Girl, it adds in 2 minutes, an extended version of My Oh My, club version of Roses Are Red. But then there is a Dirty Rotten Scoundrel 12-inch mix of Barbie Girl that goes to 8.5 minutes, and a
Fuck,
razor
Barbie girl.
and a razor and go lick it mix of Lollipop that goes for 12.5 minutes.
Holy fuck.
There's a reason I did not pick that version of the album.
I'm just pointing out that exists there. That is things that exist, and there was no surprise because that's just the kind of. I mean, it's Eurodance.
It's Eurodance. It's club music.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But yes, it's very.
Trix,
funny
where
to
are we
see.
going to next?
I want to talk about microtonal music.
Okay.
Let's talk about Angine de Poitrine.
This is just instrumental King Gizzard.
It's not though.
Dominic, can
Yes,
you back me up on this?
It's like if King Gizzard talked to battles.
Yeah, say instrumental King Gizzard.
So,
Sorry, Trix,
I
2 to
know-
1. The votes against you. You are off the island.
Well, can I at least have a minute to like
Yes, of
spew my
course. Go ahead.
autism about this?
Go ahead.
Please go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I know Ritz, you didn't, but Domino, did you watch either video I linked?
That was
about
today.
the
You
band?
did that, right?
Yes, I believe so.
I
Or
was
yesterday,
busy today.
maybe. Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. But I discovered this band late one night scrolling YouTube, and it is a duo. These guys are costumed, body paint in polka dots, and it is a guy playing a double neck guitar and bass that has 24 frets to a scale, and there's a drummer too, and this is all done like live to the T. The guy loops tracks between the guitar and the bass live, and is doing black magic with his feet to turn pedals and turn knobs on pedals and whatnot. And this is just insane shit, and it's crazy that now it's just getting traction.
They have a new one coming out this year, I believe.
They do, and we will be covering it.
Fair enough.
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
This fucks so hard I can't even quantify it.
I'm definitely not there with you on that. I don't think this is like a real like holy shit kind of sound for me. Maybe it's because I feel like I've just heard it cried a lot before and done better in my opinion. But I also do enjoy it. I'm not gonna go out and just be a contrarian to you, Trix. That doesn't do me any good. It doesn't do you any good. Dominic ends up crying when we fight. So I there were times where I have to agree, and this is one of those cases of yes, this is still quite a good listen from start to finish. This is it's one of those ones where it's separated into 6 songs, but it doesn't really need to be that much. I know there's different moments and stuff that happen, but it feels like you're listening to an album here, which was a lot more. I mean, that brings it above Typo Negative, and I think its consistency brings it above Aqua. But I'm not fully in love with this. This isn't this isn't me ready to go get on this band, get on this band, get on this band. Throw all the stocks into there, lose $1 billion that I didn't have. Short GameStop, whatever the fuck I need to do. But I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. You get that from me.
Yes, this is just wizardry beyond a level I've seen.
Lizard wizardry, would you say?
More than lizard wizardry. It's alien wizardry. Like, I'm not gonna make it part of my required listening for next week, but I would encourage you both to check out the KEXP of them performing live.
I mean, you can always make us listen to it if you want.
Oh, I've already got something planned.
Okay, fair enough.
I have another game.
Another game. Well, hell yeah.
But this is great. Listen to Angine de Poitrine.
I mean, to say my piece, I like this. I like the weirdness of the guitars and like what they're doing. I would not say this is one of my favorites, but like it was good. It was fine. Better than Type O Negative. But like I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be like still near the bottom of my list because I think everything else is just very strong.
That's fair.
I think I agree with Dominic for a majority of that.
I
Yeah.
stand by my wizardry comment. I would like to shout out Afaba Hotel, and these fucking titles, man. Thames. Sardinia is pretty good too. No least favorites.
I could not tell you a favorite or least favorite. I just like the vibe. I like what it was doing. I like the guitars.
This is groove, like distilled.
I guess you could say it's kind of like a it's not a blender, but it's a roux distill, but also kind of a grilled cheese. And them saying that means really nothing. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's not bad enough to be a blender, but it has blender qualities. More of a grilled cheese, but it's not quite a grilled cheese.
I
Chase
will
I
say
choose
this.
to agree with Dominic.
I will say this. I mostly picked this just to get you guys familiar with this kind of flavor for when Volume 2 comes out.
Fair enough.
This is the warm up.
Warm up, then the bitch. Home run!
But good album, go listen to it. That's what I have to say.
All right, well, we've only got two more things to cover. I feel important about myself, so let's do the cars next, huh?
Yes, that's just what I needed.
Just said I needed.
Good.
So,
Whenever that song comes on the playlist at work, my go-to joke was, "Oh, do you think he got what he needed?"
So Aqua was suggested by a friend of mine, Avi. The Cars was suggested by my dad. So here you are, Dad. We're covering the Cars.
It's a good album.
Yeah, this is like just a great rock album. We don't cover a lot of just like pure rock.
It's one of those where I knew some of the songs, and then I did not know I knew some of the other songs, but I did.
Same.
Like I have heard "Bye Bye Love" and "Moving" in stereo before. I did not know that they were car songs by that name though. So, but like everyone's fucking heard, "Good Times Roll," "Best Friend's Girl," and "Just What I Needed."
I
I
feel
think
like this
just what I
is
needed was the New York Lottery theme for a while.
Wow.
I feel like this is one of those albums, and I know people will come and fight me and say a little differently that like, oh no, bands have used this as a full inspiration and everything, which is happens with anything that's popular. But I don't think like this is actually an album that's shaped or changed the kind of sound of music to come, but more so has used that kind of change and shape to craft a good album.
Yeah. Like this is new wavy, punky stuff before the 80s, when synth was new.
Yes.
I feel like that's probably summed up a lot of my fun. Yeah. I like it. It was genuinely from start to finish. It was a really consistent and good album. It didn't feel like it was just a here's the hit song, even though Just What I Needed is obviously the big kind of big song that everyone thinks of when they think of the Cars. But it's still kind of all the lesser songs in this were quite enjoyable to listen to as well. I wish I had a bit more time to kind of properly get into this album in a sense of like give it more listens so I could properly dissect everything, and I'm mostly kind of just running on the vibe of what I've listened to. But no, I did enjoy this. This was this is one of those nice oldies to listen to.
Yeah. Some of the ones we listen to are not great. So it's nice to have one that still holds.
Yeah.
Even stuff like "I'm in Touch with Your World," which is like a weirder cut, like a more psyche cut. And having that kind of mixed in with all these other names that you know and songs that you've heard, it's like a nice little surprise. It's like they folded it in, they folded some cheese in the omelet.
Yeah.
and with an album that's just 9 songs, and I would say on average, most, not most, but like a lot of people have probably heard 6 of them, maybe. I've heard maybe 6 of them before this, so I'm basing it off of that. But having one of the other ones to me stand out from that, even, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. This is a solid rock album.
No one has anything interesting or unique to say about the Cars. It's just, hey, it's the Cars.
I was just trying to see if I can find. I swear there was like a Bob's Burgers cover of Just Where I Need It or something like that, or like.
I'll shout out Rick. However the hell you say his last name, the guitarist there. He plays a Hot Pink Jazzmaster, and I think that's a pretty sick guitar.
Hell yeah.
That is all I really have to say about the Cars. I like the Cars. I should listen to more of them.
They seem like one of those bands that are universally liked, but I'm probably hard to go deep into.
Like Skilo.
Yeah, not like Skilo, the part that I'm agreeing to, just the Cars part. Yeah, it's a bit hard to get. I guess it is a bit hard to go in. Yes, there is a Bob's Burgers, Just What I Needed. That's what I was fucking looking for, and it's done by Tina.
Yeah, I feel like the Cars is the kind of band that if someone says they really like the Cars, they're kind of normie. But if they show you one of the weirder, lesser known albums, that does not mean anything. It just means that they're trying to be a little bit harder to pick me.
I can't believe it took me so long to find it. Yeah, I was like, surely it was a Bob's Burgers cover, and it is. Yeah, it
Well, what was the
took me
band
way
you
too long
said,
to find out.
Trix? Was it which band did you say you've never heard anyone say was their favorite band?
Fleet Foxes.
Fleet Foxes. I feel like the Cars.
No, definitely seen people say Fleet Foxes is one of my favorite bands.
I
not,
rescind that comment. I fucking love Fleet Foxes.
Yeah.
I think
maybe
the
not
Cars
like
might be
the
better.
favorite, but like, yeah.
Maybe is the Cars a better fit for that? Like, who is saying that the Cars is their favorite band?
Yeah,
the Cars.
Well, that goes for the same as what we just talked about. Like, you're in Fleet Foxes, you like Fleet Foxes.
For later to cover bands inspired by the Cars.
We need to get back to our idea of trying to pick bands and build a car.
I forgot about that.
Band windshield or gas pedal, something.
Steering wheel.
Yes. Hey, Petrol Girls fits in quite nicely.
Steering wheel. I'm searching this. Oh my god, there is this. Oh, it's a song called Steering Wheel.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything particularly more to say about the Cars. I just like it.
Yeah.
I think it's where it stands. I don't think it stands up as one of the best albums of all time, but I think it stands up as a good album from 1978. I think it's a good reflection of where the sound was going. I don't think it's the one that shaped the sound, but I think it's a really good time capsule kind of album.
Yeah,
it's one that says, "Hey, we were doing this stuff. We were there before it truly took off."
Yeah,
and because it was kind of into that sound and not like doing a lot of other things, I guess. Yeah, it does hold the risk when you make a sound that sounds of the time of being completely outdated, but it sounds just kind of in the transition of those times, which means people weren't really doing that exact style to death.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, the 80s brought around a huge boom of doing a lot of different genres that would would look into spawning into hopefully a lot more, and then just went back into pop. But what can you do?
What can you do indeed?
I mean, what was the Rush album around this time?
78 Hemispheres, I want to say.
Okay. So I feel like they're not exactly comparable, but in the sense that the Cars is a band that was showing kind of the 80s style well before the 80s was happening, and Rush eventually went there and is similarly beloved.
It was Hemispheres.
On the money with that.
Trix, you're a nerd.
There's something to be said for, hey, the Cars were gonna get there, Rush was gonna get there. The 80s were coming. Nothing's stopping it.
No, you can't stop the synths.
But the Cars were the ones that were playing it here 2 years earlier.
Yep.
Well, do we have favorites and least favorites? I mean, I guess the favorite for everyone is just what I needed.
Yeah.
I think Good Times Roll is also a great opener.
Yeah, that's also what I was gonna say. The first 3 tracks are just a solid opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I really actually have a least favorite from this album, but it's one of those, like, if I had to pick, I guess I would pick, like, I don't know, maybe something like Don't You Stop or You're All I've Got Tonight. Just because that period of the album is, like, my least favorite, but, like, I don't think either one of them is specifically my least favorite.
You're All I've Got Tonight is another one of those songs that I've heard a million times, either in the car or just somewhere. So it's hard for me to say that would be a least favorite. I think in the same way that I liked Angine de Poitrine, whatever. Sorry, I can't.
Angine de Poitrine.
Angine de Poitrine. I liked that, but couldn't really name a thing I liked song-wise. I just kind of generally liked it. I like this. This is a genuine cheese sandwich in the sense that all these songs are really good. And maybe I like All Mixed Up not as much as the others, but All Mixed Up is fine. It's a second part of Moving in Stereo. Moving in Stereo is fucking cool.
Yeah, cheese sandwich for me as well.
All right. That leaves us with Crowning.
Say the name correctly.
Crowning. With all the talk about pregnancy, I got confused.
Walking around like I'm pregnant. Distress Tolerance by Crowning. Crowning is a noise rock band from Brisbane that's been around for a while. And when I say noise rock, it feels like their noise and then a bit of rock. Yeah, they've basically only played in Brisbane. I think they played a couple shows maybe in Melbourne or something like that. Was supposed to play Sydney last year, had to pull out towards being sick. But I did finally get to see them last week, which was really cool. Been meaning to see him for a long time, and very happy when I finally got to see him. It is they definitely have a very industrial aesthetic to them that they just keep going.
Very industrial.
That's basically the stuff. Yeah.
Harsh.
Even on the comments, you see their friends are messaging stuff like it's an actual kind of a build site kind of solution instead of an actual album.
Right. But my god, this fucking album rips. The fucking bass line.
I mean, Dominic, you and I were obviously big fans of Drawmax. We had that in the 10 songs to finish off the year last year. Trix forgot to listen because she's a coward. You probably listened just one on the episode. So we're obviously pretty well equipped going into this. Having listened to the
research.
single and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it lived up to the expectations that we're bringing to this.
Yeah.
Born with it basically being a live recording that they've kind of messed around with. It just fits for the kind of sound that they're going with it. Start/Pregnant is just it's a great opener. And kind of being 2 different songs, so maybe they probably could have separated it into 2. Whatever, don't care. It's just that outro. That's the definition of an outro that pays off.
Yes.
Comparing it to Typo Negative, which just did nothing. It's like, the Start Pregnant is like, fuck, let's go. And then, obviously goes into that lead single, Drawmax, which I don't think we need to say much more about. It's fucking fantastic. I feel like I enjoy that song the more that I listen to it. Yeah. And then it's like, well, shit, now I'm already about halfway through this album from that alone, which is probably the most disappointing part. Is that I just want more from this. I not more from what the songs are doing. I just want more songs. I didn't want it to stop.
Yeah, a few more songs would be nice, but on its own, I fucking starts with 7.5 Start Pregnant which has some of the gnarliest bass lines I've heard so far this year, and just fucking cool
Killer
ass
bass
shit.
sound.
Yes, killer bass.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to process in my head a lot, and I guess just thinking back to watching this live as well, and having the kind of they had like those orange construction lights happening in a dark room as they were playing as well. With I think they had the projector trying to just play some kind of worksite kind of visuals around it. It's an experience that and it just works to kind of be like, hey, we're a construction band, and kind of in a sense.
Yeah.
It just there's no question. It's just like, yeah, this is a band called Craning. They are on a work site as they perform their songs, and it doesn't feel like any of this is conflicting. It just feels like this is. I can't think of much bands doing it like that. It's kind of crazy because it's like, well, hold on, this works. This should just be obvious. But can you think of another noise rock band that's like acting like they're working on a construction site? There was some who used stuff like construction site tools and stuff like that, and noise sets and stuff like that. And I guess this is more a noise band first, and they are a noise rock. Let me kind of put that out there. But it feels like something that should have been a lot more second nature than it actually is. And it's like it's kind of like the caveman discovering fire, but the fire was always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the fire within.
Yeah.
Maybe she's born with
And
it. Maybe it's Craning.
You know, there's a lot of, I guess, ambience to this album as well, but it's not it's not like soft ambience is the thing. It just continues going with the fucking vibe. It's a really good listen, start to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, the vocal performances. I forget what her name is. I don't think I ever actually learned it. Just fantastic throughout the whole fucking thing. The emotions that she brings in really just solidifies just what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it can get scary at points, to be honest. Like haunting kind of scary, or like, you know, it feels like you're experiencing a panic attack with them.
Yeah.
I'm not saying very much because I just think this is such a singular thing, and it's not Petrol Girls. It's kind of its own thing. It's angry. It's going hard. We fucking hyped up Jawmax a lot, and it's more of that.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, even if I look at the lyrics to something like Metro North Access Line, it gets worse at bedtime. Google it till it's fine. Google it till it's light. She's got blonde hair, I think. I don't know. She never liked me in real life. She's a TikTok girly. It's got that same kind of terminally online, kind of paranoid songwriting that Jormax did.
Yeah.
I'll say this just because I can remember growing up around in this time. I think it's one of those good kind of signs that times have really changed.
Mm-hmm.
But in 2012, if a girl was singing lyrics like "I do wish I could make normies jealous," the whole comments would have been shit like "tits or get the fuck out," because that's what fucking 2012 internet is.
You're correct.
And just here, it's a case of it feels not even questioning this kind of lyricism in that sense anymore. She just fucking goes full ham with it.
Yeah.
I guess one of the few good changes of the times that we can see is I'm not seeing a bunch of bullshit internet discourse about that. Maybe it helps that this is a DIY band that only Brisbane knows of.
Probably.
And if that's what it's going to keep it, to keep the comments safe on that, maybe we have to keep it that way. Maybe we need to gatekeep, but
what is there to gatekeep though? This fucking rocks.
True. I retract my statement. No gatekeeping. If commenters want to be dumb fucks, let them be dumb fucks. Just be dumb fucks away from me. Or another way of saying it: get the fuck off my thread.
Yeah. Go start a pregnancy.
let's get pregnant together this entire podcast, all three of us. I don't know where that came from, I'll be honest.
You're trying.
There's a Monty Python skit in there, Trix.
Yeah, well, honestly, that was the fucking discussion at work today too. I'm not even gonna lie. We somehow got on the topic of mpreg.
As happens in hospitality.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I really like this. I wish I was a intelligent enough man to tell you every single second of this album, because I think it's near worth every single second of this album. It's definitely one of the highlights of the year already, without a fucking doubt.
Oh, this is the best thing I've heard for this year so far.
Yeah, it's a fight between this and Kisses for me at the moment.
Here's the question: since Grief Eater is technically on the 26th circuit,
yes,
where does that slot in comparison?
I think Distress Tolerance is the first thing other than the White Album that for me goes above it.
Okay.
Favorites, obviously Drawmax is up there. Start Pregnant is one of the best opening tracks I reckon we'll get this fucking year. Least favorite, if I have to pick one, would probably be Born With It, just because the kind of raw live production, just the ambience of it and of it doesn't get the same enjoyability as the rest of this album does. But I also don't want to say that in a case of that I think that it's a bad track. I think it's an interesting track.
Damn good cheese sandwich.
Dominic, you got to give a favorite or least favorite. I know you're falling asleep. I know you've been up for 12 hours.
It's okay. I'm
But
flagging.
please.
I apologize. Start Pregnant and Drawmax. No least favorite.
Alright, let's get these rankings out of the way. Least favorite for me is going to be Typo Negative. And then it's going to be Aqua. Then it's going to be the other Trix pick, which I can't pronounce because I'm a dickhead. Then it's going to be the
Angine de
Cars.
Poitrine.
Angine de Poitrine. Then it's going to be the Cars. Then it's going to be Craning. Yes, we successfully managed to do this episode in the order of my least favorite to favorite.
Hell yeah.
Least favorite's gonna be the Typo Negative, then Angine de Poitrine, then Aqua, Cars, Craning. And we'll slot in Pete's single somewhere between the French album and Aqua. Maybe above Aqua, actually.
I'm gonna throw Aqua at the bottom. Then I think I'm gonna throw the Cars. Then I'm gonna do a Pete single, Typo Negative, Distress Tolerance, Angine de Poitrine at number 1.
Okay. I can make it through this. We're almost there. We're at the
We're
end.
almost there. Almost there. You can almost sleep.
I'm gonna hold in.
So I can happily start if we want.
Okay.
So I wasn't quite sure what I was going to pick next week, and to be honest, I've only done this I think once before, and I think it's about time we do this again, where I pick an album that's not released yet, but it will be by the time that we actually cover it.
Okay.
And it's just because we've done Craning. Well, James Walker from that band also happens to drum in a band called Planar, and
yeah.
they have been trying to release their album for about 2 years now. And this is all recorded in like 2023 or some shit like that. And I'm not gonna I know some of the drama that's gone through, and not gonna spout it because it's not mine to spout. But basically they've had 3 labels for no fault of the reason of Planar drop out of the of releasing it. So they've said, fuck it. We're just going to release this independently and get it out of the way. We don't care anymore. And it's being released this Friday. We're doing the Planar album partnerships.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'll go next. I have a game. It's been a minute since we've covered some doom metal, and
The Typo Negative is considered doom metal on the Wikipedia page.
It is, but like some true Satan, weed, doom metal. And there's a bunch of EPs I'd like to eventually cover. So I figure we'll start by doing that by playing a game. I want you both to pick a number between 1 and 4, and it can be the same number.
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick 3 as well. Instead, it can both be the same
Okay,
number.
so we are covering 6 EPs. We are covering the first 6, all the way 1 through 666 of the Doom sessions, with a bunch of bands including Conan, 1782, Acid Mammoth, Bongzilla, High Reaper, Hippie Death Cult, End Time, and Cosmic Reaper, among others.
So we're doing volumes 1 through 6 of this.
1 through 666.
1 through 666.
Yes.
Instead of 1 through 8, I see.
Yes. I just linked the whole playlist because it was quicker than copying all 6. I will do it later.
This is Doom Sessions Volume 1.
Yes.
266. And then it's my turn. Since I saw Gingerbee and it's exhausted me, I'm gonna try to carry the spirit forward a little bit. As we know, there's a new band, Porcelain Stars. It was Porcelain Hearts, but fuck that dude. Made them change the name. They have an album out called Rosemary. We're gonna cover that. But you know that's not live. So I'm also gonna throw in something live that we need to cover, which is of course the Petite League Audio Tree EP.
Okay.
And because I just found it as we were getting started, I'm throwing in an EP from a band called Scrambled Eggs that I believe is the violinist from Gingerbee and Porcelain Hearts in high school doing an EP. They have an album from a couple of years ago as well, but we're gonna start with the EP and see how it goes.
All right.
And the EP is called Death to Denny's, Life to Lenny's. So that brings us then. Ritz, you said what?
I said Planers Partnerships.
Yes.
Comes out March 6th.
Yes.
So
it's not in the thing, so I couldn't remember. I said Legs, Death to Denny's, Life to Lenny's, Petite League Audio Tree, Porcelain Stars. That's not Porcelain Stars. I'll fix that.
We'll be fine.
Rosemary album. And Trix, you got the Doom Metal Sessions, volumes 1 through 666.
Yep.
That is gonna be it for this episode. I apologize to Dominic in the future when he has to edit around me falling asleep on the air. But that's gonna be us. My name is Dominic. I'm online. I have a Blue Sky, which I'm gonna start linking now at dacichocki.bsky.social. I added this show. Fucking go see Gingerbee. Go see Your Arms in My Cocoon. Go see Stomach Book. Go see Blind Equation. Go see Summer 2000. Go see Lobster Fight. You can't see Gingerbee anymore, actually. So go see Porcelain Stars probably instead. Who knows? We'll find out next week.
Okay.
I've been Riddlin. You can catch me figuring out the logistics of printing CDs.
I've been Trix, and you can catch me in your basement.
That's gonna be it for this episode. Goodbye, my love. Good night. Have sweet dreams. Bye-bye.